The New World Order, changing the system we live in, is about an inside job, like the Don Henley song says. It's an inside job just like it always is. I've got to change who I am. You've got to change who you are. You know, it doesn't even hurt my feelings with somebody I've lifted up and built and promoted. I mean, I don't know of anybody except a very few people that haven't stabbed me in the back. Very few, like a Jason Burmis, a Jack McClam, a few others. Almost everyone is so obsessed with my success and my celebrity, which is a curse, really. You know, it's got the blessings because I can reach out and reach a lot of people, but it has the curse in that man is so fallen and people are so petty that all these people I tried to build up and tried to give platforms, they don't appreciate it. They hate me for it. When I was only looking for soldiers, I was only looking for captains, I was only looking for generals, I was only looking for people to try to raise up as I was risen up by others to be part of the big win against tyranny. And, you know, it doesn't hurt me when I'm attacked. It hurts me for them, the megalomania, the power trips. And then I see in them myself. I see in them what I've been in the past. I see in them the mistakes I've made. I see in them how, you know, we all grow. And so then you can't even really hate them. Now, the New World Order, I do really hate because they're conscious of what they're doing. They understand human nature. They understand wisdom, and they've decided to bend that wisdom towards dominating innocent people and doing horrible things that hurt innocence and hurt beauty and hurt creativity and hurt the human spirit that's meant to be uplifted and grow and build things. And I just really feel sad for those that are missing out on what life's really all about, because I am discovering such fulfillment and I don't know, I'm just changing as a person where I almost enjoy taking the blame. I almost enjoy being hated because I understand that spirit of being humble, you know, is really not even the strongest spirit, even though it is. It's just that's what I was meant to be. That I'm home now. You know, I've always been a good-natured person. Like, you know, you say, oh, that dog's a good-natured old dog. I'm a sweet person. And I always grew up thinking everybody was like me. Everybody was sweet and loving and had a big heart. And they don't, ladies and gentlemen. We're a very sick society. We're so cold-blooded, we'll kill 51 million babies and counting and be proud of it and make excuses about it. You know, you can make excuses all day, that's murder. You can make excuses all day about the police turning into police state, but we all know it is. You can make excuses all day about the foreign bankers raping us and robbing us, but we know it is. Now, let's call Burmis in because the caller was talking about how he talked about it last night. I saw this last night. I actually printed it off Drudge. The caller was saying Burmis just ran off. He was waiting to come in here. Yeah, come on in. How many times up? The caller's saying he can't find it. Let me read to you the headline. Supreme Court rules police can initiate suspects questioning. And it says, by a 5-4 vote, the conservative majority, they're not conservatives, overhaul a 23-year-old Supreme Court decision that barred the police from initiating questioning after a defendant asserted the right to an attorney in an arraignment or similar proceeding. See, because the police were so corrupt in the 70s and stuff when all this happened that they passed laws and had rulings that the police just can't say because they put a gun to your head or intimidated you that you said you committed the murder or whatever. In 1986 decision held that once a defendant invoked the right to counsel, only the suspect and not the police can initiate the contact. That's saying don't start interrogations on people without people's counsel. And that goes back to the Bill of Rights and Constitution. That would be conservative, would be to keep that. See, and it goes on, expanding the power of police to question suspects, but it does not change the landmark 66 ruling barring the police from questioning a suspect who invoked the right to remain silent or have a lawyer present. He initially waived his right to a lawyer and was questioned by the police. He told several conflicting stories. Several days later, he appeared in court, preliminary hearing, and told a local judge appointed a lawyer to represent him who could not afford an attorney. And how this works is they say, look at these criminals. You know, we need to get tough on them. But you get Nazi Germany, you get Soviet Russia. You take people's due process and their protections away, you get a tyranny, which is always the greatest threat to liberty throughout history. So the founders knew to protect that. It sounds crazy the way the media advertises it and the way they act, but really we need these, and better 10 guilty men to go free than one innocent man go to prison. Now the attitude, the feds have said, oh, it doesn't matter if around the country, over a third of the people on death row are totally innocent, or maybe half. A few innocent people are going to go to the lethal injection so that we are all safe. See, that's Napoleonic. That's tyranny. That's the flip side, the opposite of the Renaissance, of the Magna Carta, of Mosaic law, of freedom. But we did pull up a Cornell Law University. They're saying it doesn't quite get rid of you being able to say, I'm not talking to you until I see my attorney. It's saying if the police can trick you to talk, they can now use it as admissible. But it is a pretty big deal. Jason, your comments on that?
Yeah, it really fired me up, Alex. I couldn't believe it, because now the cops are just going to say, oh, he said he didn't need a lawyer. It's going to be the cop's word against yours when they interrogate you, and it's going to be
well, it's like rulings saying you don't have a Fourth Amendment now.
Yeah, and then on top of that, they always make it look like it was so close. Oh, it's 5-4. When was the last time we saw a 9-0 or a 7-2 ruling? It's always 5-4. Oh, we were this close to keeping your civil liberties.
Oh, but the liberals are protecting you. They want to ban your free speech, but they'll allow you to not have to answer questions. It's all a dog and pony show.
Exactly. And I was just so upset. I can't believe that if I get, pulled over, detained, and I say, I'm not talking to you until I get my lawyer here, they'll just be like, okay, and just, throw me to the side, maybe hit me with a baton. Oh, he came in with...
But they already do that. I know a lot of people get thrown in jail for months without lawyers.
Yeah, exactly.
No, that's happening.
Putting it on paper. That's the problem. They're making a Supreme Court decision about it. Yes, are police corrupt? Yes. Have they done this before? Yes. But now they're saying, it's okay, police. You can get away with this now.
Hey, what about La Raza Mecha member, the new Supreme Court nominee? This lady has come right out. Here's her quote. I would hope that a wise Latina woman with the richness of her experiences would more often than not reach a better conclusion than a white male hasn't lived that life. And that's what Judge said. This is out of the New York Times. And it goes on.
And she's a member of La Raza, and there's an even more disturbing quote on the third page.
But you know what La Raza means? It means for our race, everything. For those outside the race, nothing. Folks, I don't care if you're Hispanic or whatever. Mm-hmm. I'm sick of the fact that a massive percentage of Hispanics have been filled with this idea that get the gringos, our race is the God race. When we had the mayor here, he had Aslan Day and said, we are the super race. And it says, whether born from experience or inherent psychological or cultural differences, she said, for jurists who are women and non-white, our gender and national origins may and will make a difference in our judging. So, yeah, this is like a commissar who's going to inject race into this. This is what creates the racism, folks. Stay there, Jason. Race pimps.